let's get started on the meatballs. Okay, I'm going to get a plate. Make sure I'm going to clean this. Just going to make them come in here. So while the oil is heating up, alright, I'm going to throw on a couple gloves. Yeah, you might find this to be a pain in the ass, which it is, but you know, when the phone rings or someone's knocking on the door or whatever, you don't have to be like, hold on, wash your hands. You can just pull off your gloves and boom, you're ready. These are good too because these have the powder inside. These are actually pretty good gloves. These are medical grade, Formula 1 sterile examination gloves. Ooh. All right there, Mr. Brown. Whenever you're ready. Okay. So I'm gonna make the meatballs. It's golf ball sizes, and you know if it varies, you know, a little bigger, a little smaller. It's no big deal. Alright, boom. Yeah, so I'm going to make them all up ahead of time. So that way, when I grill them off or fry them off, I will put them on some paper towels. Oh, shit, I don't think I got any more paper towels. No, no paper towels. Maybe I'll just use a ripped up t-shirt. Okay. Geez, I'm just not into it today. I don't know what it is. So, I'm going to do my best. And we'll see how it goes. Alright? Funny thing about making meatballs, you know, they start off all kind of, you know, consistent size. But then as you start getting towards the end, you're like, the hell with this. I'm just gonna, you know, you get like 2 big balls at the end that go in. So if your oil's taking a little while to heat up, big deal. That's actually a good thing. That way, it's not gonna sit there at its temperature, high temperature, and you know, continue to cook and heat up without you using it. So just keep it at a pretty even temperature. If you have to turn it up at the end of making your meatballs, it's easier that way. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a ton of meatballs. If I can save some of these, which I probably should, they're having a Super Bowl party down the street at the inn. Everybody brings a dish, so of course I'm like, oh, bring the meatballs. Met a good guy down there the other day. His name's Dick. Actually from Manchester. Has a grandson that goes to Central High. And he supports him in his athletics. So, nice guy. Bought me a couple drinks. Yeah, so it's about 12 o'clock. My neighbor's gonna come down, see me a little bit. So I'll probably shoot the shit for a little while. Then I gotta work on a couple things. I'm actually, I grabbed a couple dumbbells from the house too. So I've got a couple 15-pounders and a couple 20-pounders. So I'll go for my daily walk and then come back and do a workout. It's going to be more or less a prison workout, you know, small little room. Use what you can. Now I can see the sauce is starting to bubble a little bit. That's okay. It's not going to burn yet, you know, but you don't want to walk away and forget about it. Because once the bottom of that burns, forget about it. But should that happen, don't freak out. Turn it off, pull it off the burner. Find yourself another pot and just pour that into it, but don't scrape the bottom at all. If you're ever stirring it and you feel it's a little, and you're nervous, you know, you burnt it, you might be able to save it. People just walk by the streets right there. I got the door open. Oh, this is going to be so good. So tell me if you understand this. Place where I get my coffee in the morning. I usually get a large coffee. It's $2, right? Now, went in yesterday, grab iced coffee, but they don't have iced coffee. So I asked them if they could pour ice, you know, half a cup of ice into a large cup. They said, sure. I filled the rest of it with coffee, and I went over and I went to pay for it. $2.75 for iced coffee. I'm like, what? I said, first of all, I'm using less coffee than I would if I were to have just a black regular coffee. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, maybe they're thinking that I'm going to use creamer, but come on, 75 cents for a tablespoon of cream? I don't know, it just didn't make sense to me. So, I said something. And I got it for $2, right? I could have walked off. Survival mode. I will not pay $2.75 for coffee. So let's see. Probably have about, I don't know, maybe 30 meatballs. I should have made them a little smaller. Damn it. That's no big deal. It's only me. Alright, see, this is starting to boil up a little bit here. I'm almost done. I can just remove my glove and that's it. Give it a stir. Work on the meatballs. Alright. Done. Okay. Alright. Let's turn that down. Smells like meatballs. Okay, so let's test a little bit of this oil here. Nothing yet. No. Alright, so we're going to turn this up a little bit. Wait for that. While I'm doing that, I'm going to clean up a little bit. Get done with cleaning up. Honey, you'd be proud of me. Okay, alright. I think I got the oil at a pretty good temperature. This is the tedious part, you know. But like I said, if you got a full day, you know, this is great to do on a Sunday morning for football. Awesome. Meatballs cooking. Looks pretty good, huh? So I'm going to cook off the meatballs so they have a nice little coating, brown coating around the entire meatball. You don't have to cook it all the way through. You just want to give it a coating. The thing is as well is you don't want to overload the pan, kind of like what I did. When you have too much meat in there, it's giving off a lot of moisture. So it's steaming, and it's really not frying, you know. So, you know, keep about an inch apart from every one of them. You should be fine. Oh, that looks like a little Scooby snack. Yeah, I didn't chop my onions as finely as I wanted to, and all the onions are kind of falling out of the meatballs. At least the onions that were on the outer side. And what that does, it gets in the oil, and they start to cook up and brown, and then it dirties the oil. So it's another thing you got to think of, you know. So that's all right. Could be a lot worse. I'm going to even put a little bit more vegetable oil in. Why not? Put a little bit in at a time so it heats up quickly. That should be good. Some of them you might want to turn on their side, you know, if you see a lot of red, the meat that's not cooked. Go ahead, tip it up on the side, cook a little bit. I'll put a couple more in here. And basically at this point I'm kind of removing 3 and putting 3 in, replacing 3, and just continuing to rotate them. See what they taste like. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Boiling a little bit. I'm going to turn it down a crank. Alright then. All the meatballs are fried up into the sauce. We've got the sauce up to a very high simmer. And I'm just going to clean up here. Do a little house cleaning. Vacuum the floors. Do whatever I got to do. Get ready for tonight. Big spaghetti and meatball dinner. Thank you for watching. And